Welcome to Keep the Faith Ministry News. The Central Bank of Argentina raised its key interest rate Monday by 6 percentage points to 97% in an effort to tackle soaring inflation that has reached 30-year highs. Central banks across the globe are struggling to rein in inflation, but it's a particular problem in Argentina, where the annual inflation rate soared above 100% last month. That's the highest level since the early 1990s, and currently Venezuela and Zimbabwe are the only two countries experiencing higher inflation than Argentina, according to International Monetary Fund data. By comparison, inflation hovers below 5% in the U.S., where the central bank has raised key interest rates by 5 percentage points over 14 months. Argentina's central bank is also hoping the rate hike will incentivize investments in the country's currency, according to the central bank statement released Monday. The exuberant inflation resulted in large outflows of investments held in the Argentinian peso, leading to a 23% decline in its value against the U.S. dollar this year. Ahead of a presidential election set for October, Economy Minister Sergio Massa is focused on avoiding an even bigger devaluation of the currency and containing inflation. He has been seen as a potential third-party candidate since incumbent President Alberto Fernandez announced last month that he won't seek re-election, and Massa's success is likely to be tied to the result of this inflation-battling plan. But the new rate hike is unlikely to bring any real change to Argentinian markets. Analysts said, quote, "The feeling is that the government is completely losing it against inflation," said Miguel Caigo, a financial advisor and former deputy manager at the Central Bank of Argentina. Quote, "I fear the government has started to act very late. Interest rate hikes are, of course, the main strategy to combat inflation, but they take time," Caigo told CNN in Espanol on Monday. When a central bank raises the interest rate, the effects are felt some 2 or 3 months afterward, and that timescale is not effective in Argentina's situation. Quote, "The unbelieving world will soon have something to think of besides their dress and appearance, and as their minds are torn from these things by distress and perplexity, they will have nothing to turn to. They are not prisoners of hope, and therefore do not turn to the stronghold. Their hearts will fail them for repining and fear. They have not made God their refuge, and he will not be their consolation then, but will laugh at their calamity and mock when their fear cometh. They have despised and trampled upon the truths of God's word. They have indulged in extravagant dress and have spent their lives in hilarity and glee. They have sown to the wind, they must reap the whirlwind. In the time of distress and perplexity of nations, there will be many who have not given themselves wholly to the corrupting influences of the world and the service of Satan, who will humble themselves before God and turn to him with their whole heart and find acceptance and pardon." Testimonies to the Church, Volume 1, page 268. This is Keep the Faith Ministry News. Thank you for watching.